He saved the village. They exiled him. Imagine you are sitting in a room where everyone trusts the rules. You are the only person who can see that one of them is wrong. If you stay silent, people may die. If you speak, everything you have built may disappear. Long before offices, committees, and rulebooks existed, one young stonemason faced the same choice. It began with a bridge. 1. In that village, bridges were not built by people. They were built by rules. 300 years earlier, the first stonemasons who tried to cross the river had been swept away during a sudden flood. The only surviving elder wrote down every decision they had made before the bridge collapsed. Then he issued a command. Never again shall a person choose a stone by judgment alone. Every stone will be chosen by the book. From that day forward, the shape of every stone, the order in which it was laid, and the angle at which it rested were dictated by a thick leather-bound volume. A decision not written in the book was forbidden. The villagers believed that was why no bridge had fallen for 300 years. 2. That year, the village began replacing the bridge, connecting it to a settlement on the opposite bank. Medicinal herbs grew only on the far side. Wheat grew only on the village side. Without the bridge, sick children across the river would receive no medicine, and the village's elderly would have no grain for winter. The work followed the book exactly. Every stone was measured twice. Every angle was checked. Every instruction was obeyed. Only one young stonemason, Wren, did something differently. He knew the book so well that he could recite entire pages from memory. Yet before placing each stone, he still ran his hands across it, checked its cracks, and studied how its weight settled against the stones beneath it. The master builder watched him with growing irritation. There is no need to inspect what the book has already approved. Wren looked up. And if the book is ever wrong, who will notice? The master builder stepped closer. Men who ask that question are the reason rules must exist. 3. After months of work, only one task remained. The keystone. It was the single stone that would lock the entire arch into place and carry the pressure of the bridge. The book described it precisely: its width, thickness, angle, and center of gravity. But when the stone arrived, Wren saw the problem immediately. It was 3 fingers thinner than the drawing. The other stonemason stopped working. A stone not described in the book could not be used. A replacement would take 20 days to quarry and shape. In 20 days, the seasonal rains would raise the river and cut off both settlements until winter. Across the water, children were already waiting for medicine. 4. The elders called a meeting in the village square. The master builder stood before the workers with the book open in his hands. We wait for the correct stone. Wren stepped forward. If we wait, the river will rise. Then we wait until it falls. The children across the river may not live that long. The master builder closed the book. Rules do not change because the outcome frightens us. The stone can still carry the bridge, Wren said. Its angle must be changed. That angle is not written here. The river does not care what is written there. A murmur passed through the square. The master builder stared at him. For 300 years, this village has survived because no man believed himself. Wiser than the book. Wren pointed toward the unfinished bridge. And today people may die because no man is willing to be. No one supported him. It was not because they believed he was wrong. It was because agreeing with him would make them responsible for what happened next. 5. That night, Wren returned to the bridge alone. He carried the thin keystone to the unfinished arch and turned it repeatedly beneath the moonlight. Placed according to the book, it would slip when the river pushed against the bridge. But if he rotated it, lowered one edge, and redistributed its weight through the stones beside it, the pressure would move toward the stronger side of the arch. The solution was simple. It was also forbidden. Ren looked back at the lights of the village. He understood what would happen if the bridge failed. He also understood what would happen if it held. If it failed, he would be blamed for destroying it. If it held, he would prove that the book could be wrong. The village could forgive a failed man. It could not forgive a man who made its certainty look foolish. Ren placed the stone anyway. He adjusted its angle, rebuilt the surrounding layer, and worked until sunrise. 6. The next morning, the bridge stood complete. The master builder ordered everyone to remain off it. Ren walked across alone. The bridge did not move. Then the villagers crossed. Wheat traveled east. Medicine traveled west. The sick children received their herbs before nightfall, and the elderly received enough grain to survive the winter. A week later, the village held its bridge opening ceremony. A stone monument was unveiled beside the river. It praised the master builder for completing the bridge. Under difficult conditions, Ren's name did not appear anywhere. As the crowd applauded, the master builder leaned toward him. "You should be grateful." "For what?" "I allowed the bridge to remain." 7. 3 days later, Ren was summoned before the elders. The book lay open on the table. "You changed the angle of the keystone without permission," said the eldest member. "Yes. You violated the rule that has protected this village for 300 years. That rule would have left the bridge unfinished. The bridge is not the question." Ren looked at the men around the table. "What is?" the master builder answered. "What happens tomorrow when every careless worker claims his judgment is an exception? Then teach them how to judge. And when they judge badly, make them answer for it." The master builder shook his head. "No. A rule allows everyone to obey without carrying the weight of the decision." Ren finally understood. The book had not survived for 300 years because it always produced the best result. It had survived because it allowed everyone to escape blame. The elders ordered him to leave the village before sunset. 8. 10 years passed. The bridge remained standing. Inspectors eventually produced a new edition of the book. In the section concerning keystones, the required angle had been changed to match the angle Ren had chosen that night. The amendment contained no explanation. It did not mention the thin stone. It did not mention the sick children. It did not mention the man who had been exiled for making the change. Young stonemasons learned the new angle and were warned never to deviate from it. When they asked why it was correct, their teachers gave the same answer the master builder had once given Ren. "Because the book says so." Far from the village, Ren never learned that his forbidden judgment had become its newest rule. His name disappeared. His decision remained, and the village continued to praise obedience. While standing on the work of the man it had punished for thinking. Final question. If breaking the rule saves lives, but teaches everyone that rules can be broken, would you still want Ren working beside you? Or would you exile him too?